A SOUQ morning, this lovely morning. Welcome to SOUQ Business Landscape, where we take a look at the morning's headlines from across the world. As usual, my name is Ikenna Mbah. As I introduce my guests, as usual, Dr. Idahosa Osamhanze is with me this morning. Good morning, sir.
Good Nigeria, Lagos. Good Nigeria, Africa.
Good Nigeria, sir.
Good SOUQ.
Yes.
Ikenna.
That's a new one. And with me, my immediate right, is Chuks John Rogers. Good morning, Chuks.
Good morning. Good morning, Barika de Salah.
Yes, the holiday is still on.
Why is the holiday not showing?
The meat are scarce.
Oh my God.
And do you know, people took on the side, and as an aside, people took rounds this past few days, and they say people are not buying these rams.
Yeah, but at least the attire for the eating of the ram.
There's no ram to eat because
There are rams to eat. Those that have the rams are holding it.
we're going to get to it. So if you have where we can eat some meats this Salah, please don't forget to holler at us. It's hashtag SBL on YouTube and across all social media. Okay? All right, now up straight on to the business of the day. Business day, Nigeria free trade fruits rots on the vine. So this is despite FX crisis, and critics are saying that the country has no export culture.
Is it an export culture or the push to do things right?
You know, critics always jump on these things and are quick to make things look worse than they are.
It's still are over-dependent on oil and oil products. For non-oil exports, we've signed a whole lot of agreements from AGOA to the present one within Africa. And we now ask ourselves, to what extent have we really put our name, our money, and our production down to this agreement we've signed? What are we expecting that are not oil or oil products? In the last 20, 25 years, we've had this particular agreement where we can actually export things duty-free, both to the West, to the States, for instance, and within African borders. But what have we been pushing out? Productivity is low. Everybody's looking at government to get money from NNPC and share. So this is still the problem. We can't just keep shouting government, government, government. What has the people stood up for? What have we said? Okay, let us get this right. Okay, government, you must do this. Our neighboring countries, even the Ghana that is not far from us, is exporting more than we are doing. So that's a shame.
Yeah, but you see, it's talking about fruits rotting in the vine. It is one issue that we have spoken to time and time again.
Yes.
Yesterday, I had a privilege to speak to church audience, and I was trying to exhort them. The problem really we talk about most of the time in Nigeria, when we say things are hard in Nigeria, we don't contextualize them. We don't contextualize them. So we are looking for an economic theory that can explain the behavior of an average Nigerian.
Would there ever be one?
And like I said, there's no one written now, except that maybe our scholars have to sit down and think how to write a theory that can fit into the behavior of the Nigerian person. One of the things that really is the big problem that people talk about in economics is that there are no opportunities. But in our case, it's different. There are opportunities. And even in some cases, there are know-hows. But the willpower to even exploit those opportunities become the real big problem.
Is this the case of the harvest is much, the harvesters are few?
I don't think so. Because in a population of about 216 million people, as is being projected, let's even say we are 100 million people. That's who we are. And we are having that over 60% of this population are 35 years below. Now, the challenge is, why are there prohibitions. Even in selling grains in Nigeria is prohibited. We can't take grain out. Recently, in Niger State, Kano State, I think it was Kebbi State, about 3 or 4 states in the north, had to forbid trading of grain.
How can you take the grain out when the people would
Inside are not even eating it.
Fed?
So this is a problem. So we have the land mass. The land is there.
The people are there.
The people are there.
The muzzle is there.
So what is the problem? This same question was asked some years ago, and I think that was 2011, I guess, or no, 2009, in Abu Dhabi. What is the problem with Nigeria? With a very big red question mark.
I can answer that question a bit.
You have resources. You have the people. Because there's nowhere you get to around the globe that you will not find a Nigeria
doing well.
Doing excellently well.
So now, could the problem be, because many have said the problem is in leadership, many have said the problem is in the people that are supposed to make the economy enable it for businesses to thrive.
No, I hear those analyses.
Because yeah, I lean into what you have just said. When they go outside, we thrive. Now things are in place, structures are in place. The leadership is caring and making it easy for businesses to happen.
Yeah, but I think the problem here for me, is not about going outside. You see, when you get to outside, you fit into a different culture.
Yes.
If you don't work, you don't eat.
Yes. So I was talking to a guy. I saw graduates driving forklifts in Liverpool. And they're working. And you see them, where they're doing those million jobs. Even as guards, as street cleaners. And they are white. We have those jobs here. We have what kind of ego?
Doc, those jobs here are not paying the equivalent of what they're paying there.
No, I don't think so.
We must consider that.
No,
yes,
no.
Yes,
I don't think so.
Yes.
I don't think so. Even if you see, let's put these things.
Doc, minimum wage overseas is $3,000, between $3,000 and $3,500.
No.
Look at it per hour.
Don't think like that. Okay, in euro power, okay, say 20 euro. That's what you pay per hour. Take for example.
Yes.
Now, you also go and check it out. What
cost of living
you pay to live in that environment. I said it here yesterday. If your earning is £40,000 in a year in UK, you pay 40% of your tax to government. Now,
can I do the calculation?
Even people are even negotiating to take lesser wage.
That's 16,000. So you're left with 24,000.
So that they don't pay so much to government. So all those things, and I don't want to talk about that you are going to jump on, take a bike. I buy KFC, 27 pound.
Come again?
KFC, 27 pound.
How much is the full poultry?
No, you are talking now. So these are the things that you have to factor in. See, the environment has created itself on how spendings and things are done. But what you find here is that when we are here, we pretend to be who we are not.
Okay.
Until we get to an environment where there's reality. And I think this is a real problem for me. It's a psychological thing.
Is it really a psychological thing? Can we look at it from this other angle? Prior to signing most of all these free trade agreements, Nigeria wasn't doing as badly as we're doing right now when it comes to exports and production. Now oil came and we now started getting free money.
I don't like to hear the oil narrative.
Yes, but
in our conversation.
That is what it is.
No.
State governors at the end of every month go to collect free money. What are they producing?
Leave state government out. Leave government out of issue.
Individual.
I don't want us
when people get hungry, they leave the house and go to look for.
No. You see, this is the problem, and this is the mindset, and this is why Nigeria is not making progress. Because every time,
are we still there?
wait, every time we are making a case for the issues in Nigeria, the first thing that comes to our heart is government.
But are
And
we
I
still
don't
there?
think in any clime in the world, there's no clime, there's no country in the world as we speak where government takes the lead. It is the citizens' productivity that the government is supposed to be regulating.
Okay. What
Now, the issue is this.
What if when that particular productivity is being stifled by the government?
No.
It's possible. Government policies can do that.
Like which policy? Let's look at it, for example, agri policy. The beautiful thing is, go and check it out. It's on record. The names are there. The lists are there on CBN. For example, Anchor Borrower Program. The people that CBN directly gave money to go and do agri. Where is the fruit?
Who exactly did they even give?
No. This is the issue. This is what we're talking about. Because it's not government that is producing cocoa that is shipping from Ivory Coast. It's that government that is producing cocoa that is shipping from Ghana. No. It's individual farmers. Now, the challenge, and this is what I'm saying to you, is that our young population don't want their hands to be soiled. And I think that's why I say it's a psychological thing. Because if you see people like Iyani now, if you ask them to go and
somebody has given someone
in the 20s, he will be looking back whether one girlfriend is looking at him.
Seriously?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So this is a problem in taking up things that can actually give you money, because this is not even somebody paying you. It's you paying yourself. Because you're actually the employer. It's not that somebody is employing you to do something. You are supposed to be. You can imagine that there's a gap.
Can we explore looking at a policy that will cancel that allocation, federal allocation committee transfers? Let that be get out from the constitution. Let the state.
Are you receiving money from government?
They will work.
No. Are you receiving money from government?
Which of the government?
Whether state, local, or federal?
Directly or indirectly?
Whether directly or indirectly. Do you receive?
You might not be receiving directly, but indirectly every night.
Indirectly how?
There should be one subsidy one way or the other in something. That they've been cancelling.
This is the issue. We don't earn from government.
We don't directly.
The people who earn from government, they are not up to 1% of the population of Nigeria. So when I say go to Abuja to go and collect money, it's not my business. Whether a local government is retrieving away their money, it's not my business.
Then let's stop that particular.
No. If you stop it, what happens? You still will have people who come to join the unemployment market, really still
make it worse,
doing nothing. Now, this is where people are. This is the point I'm making. So whether it's in the southeast, whether it's in the south, in the northwest, in the northeast, in the north central, the younger people and the younger generation believe in quick and cheap way to make money than hard work. That is why you see.
But don't you think that's been an example that has been set for them by those
I disagree completely.
100%. Because somebody joins politics and tomorrow he comes back home with a 4-wheel drive.
Then
what do you want the younger ones to do? It's been ongoing for over 30 years.
If they were aiming to join politics so that they can come home with.
They may not have the opportunity of joining politics. So
they go and join TV.
Will not be the doubt of the person with the.
Then they go and join kidnapping. They go and join. See, it's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
No.
We should take responsibility.
It's not an excuse. Nobody should take responsibility for somebody's irresponsibility. You see, I was speaking to our audience yesterday and I said to them, you see, we are living in an age where things are so messed up that children don't listen.
Right. Children that choose not to listen.
It's not that choose. Majority of the younger people don't listen. I can tell you for sure, even your children, right now, if you tell them something, they will query you. And you dare not do that to your father while you were growing up. When they tell you this is where you are going to go, and they'll be asking you reason why they should be there. You dare not do that to your father. This is the problem. Where families have lost control over their younger ones.
I agree with you.
And we are trying to say, how do we point these people to go and do something that is productive and responsible? They will not. So what you see is that everybody is sitting down, waiting that government one day will come, a good government will come one day that will be putting money on people's hands or coming to drop food in people's houses.
They will die of hunger.
This is the problem. So the real reason why we are not taking advantage of this AGOA is this psychological state of our mind. And I think this is where, for me, the media, even those ones that are so-called influencers, that are making promises on behalf of government that are not realistic. Do you know that there are still young people who are on the street today that felt that if Peter Obi won the election last year, by now all of them would have been employed?
Nobody is employing anybody. Everybody has
yes, but this is a perception. This is why you see the anger on the streets. Because they don't realize that government cannot engage everybody. So until we disabuse the mind of the younger generation that they need to embrace competitive culture, things will not change. So what we're talking about is that we're looking at government, for example, who take money, invest in agriculture, take money, invest in trade, set up factories.
Which of the government?
No, I said that's what we're expecting.
That is not going to happen. Even when that happens, it is going to fail. Because as far as I believe, government has no business doing business.
Yeah.
It is our responsibility to go out there and get them working. And I strongly believe, and I'll keep saying it, until people get very hungry, they won't get productive.
A lot of people are hungry.
Free money stops circulating.
People have been hungry for a while. Still, nothing has changed.
Stop circulating. FAC should be cancelled as far as I'm concerned. States should go out there and get money for themselves.
Just look out from the window. The governor of Lagos State, see where he's rearing animals and planting vegetable inside the state house here.
He should pay tax for rearing that.
Rearing animal inside his house.
Of course.
So there's no problem. Yes, he can take tax to government. Now, but this is it.
And he should also share the salary, not just pay the tax.
He's not doing salary. So what I'm saying is that if he want to entertain guests, he can go to the backyard and just bring a goat or a cow and slaughter. Because they are rare there. He's not going to the market to buy. That is the number one citizen of this state. So what stopped me as a private individual with a bag of cement and sand inside it, even just around my window, to plant vegetable? I'm not talking about planting corn. I'm not talking about planting seed. Just vegetable to make soup.
That will cut costs.
So this is a problem. And that is why you go to the market and they bring two lines of ugu leaf and they tell you it's 2,000. Why wouldn't it be 2,000? Because we are relying on one individual who is supplying it. And this thing can actually grow on your fence. And it's not taking anything from you. So this is where it starts.
So you know these days we live on gold floors, interlocked.
There's a cement bag, there's cement bag,
Cement bag and sand.
Just put sand on the cement bag, that's all.
Let's leave
So
the
Doc,
there are bags and there are sand.
I'll still go back to my point.
Okay.
We won't work here because let's say the menial job that you work for the day.
Leave menial job.
No, I'm giving you an example. Let's say you earn 30,000, 25,000. But overseas, that same menial job, you're a door opener. You're working to wash dishes at the eatery. What you're getting is not commensurate to what you're getting here. So it's not a pride thing. It's about a motivation thing. How much am I getting?
No. I give you one example. I took a cab with my brother's wife. We were moving to go get somebody to come do plumbing work in the house. The cab driver that took us was listening to their conversation. One said, "You need a plumber." We said, "Yes." He said, "Okay. Why do you need? I can do it for you. I'm a plumber. I can fix it. So you don't need to go too far." So I was looking at this man who should be in his 50s using a Mercedes Benz
Oh, you're not
to-
talking Nigeria now.
No.
Okay.
Using a Mercedes-Benz to do town ride. It's not even an official car. To do town ride.
Kabu kabu.
Kabu kabu, as we call it here. And this man is still hearing conversation and is seeing a job opportunity and say, I leave my number for you. In case you don't find that man, call me, I'll come help you fix it. That is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. So yesterday I was telling people, I say, shape up. We need...
Or ship out.
No, shape up.
Shape
It's
up or
important.
ship out.
Because
right.
Your level of spirituality, your heart, your abilities, your personality, your experiences, they matter in the way things happen around us. So we sit down. In short, the other day we wanted to fix bed from IKEA. They packed the load. We didn't know us. So we're looking for somebody to... My friend said, look, why will you be looking for somebody? Let's go and buy the tools. Even me, I learned to fix bed.
And you save the money.
So I saved some money. So this is the reality that people are living with elsewhere. So we must be able to do that. And this is why we are talking about, things are difficult, things are hard. This is my point. Let's leave government out of our conversation. Let's face our individual self. Government can employ 200 million people. It's not possible. So the only one government can employ, let them do that. Even private companies cannot pay beyond their earnings.
True.
They can't pay beyond their earnings.
Is it possible to leave government out of this conversation?
We can.
No. Even if the people get productive, government needs to play a role. If I need to export something, I need government to be able to make sure that I don't get to pay 50 different kind of agencies before that product leaves the shores.
No, but
I have to make sure that thing is preserved at a particular point in time. Everybody needs to play a role.
See, what I'm saying and what I'm emphasizing here is simple. There is a way we have to look at some of the issues that are affecting us, which is the way we live. I was sharing yesterday. A civil servant is being probed recently that had over 84 sports utility vehicles in his compound.
84.
They pour fuel into it. They warm it every morning. Otherwise, they will get rotten now.
A civil servant.
Yes. Now,
is he manufacturing them?
No. He bought them. So what I'm thinking is that,
okay,
take for example, the money of that car, we convert it and build one small factory.
Even one of them.
That is
just
producing toilet tissue.
Just one.
About 20, 30, 40 people will be gainfully employed. That is the point I'm making. The money we spend in burial. Recently, one big man did burial, and they were counting the number of cows that people were donating just to bury one woman.
Well, that is personal money.
Yes, I know it's personal. But you see, this is the problem with Nigeria. Look at it. Is it wedding you want to do in Nigeria? Even naming ceremony.
There is an industry that caters for that.
Yeah, but you see,
that industry want to hear this narrative.
These consumptions, what it does is that because we are spending so much money in buying fabrics for Ashwebi, buying fabric for decorations, buying so many things, this money leaves our economy and go to a better economy where production is happening. Because some of all these things, we don't produce them here. So it leaves us poorer. So cut your coat according to your cloth.
To your fabric, yes.
So I think that is what conversation Nigerian we need to listen. We have some people who are paying up to £16,000 in England to train their children.
In skills?
Yes, school. So as I said, number one, it does not guarantee employment. Number two, it does not guarantee success in life.
I agree.
And now, those parents are local here and they are struggling and looking for what to steal to be able to fund this kind of lifestyle.
So at what point in time is EFCC going to get involved?
See, it's not about the EFCC getting involved.
Somebody must checkmate, be it
No,
government
no, no, no.
or private
Wait,
people that are
in
saying that side this money.
of the world do you have EFCC?
This topic,
In which advanced country in the world do you have something like EFCC?
For EFCC is there because those that
Gentlemen,
are supposed to do the checking are not doing the checking. So that's where we are right now.
this is a topic that we would do on Pulse and really thrash it for 2, 3, 4 straight days. Next to the next headline,
Was it really headlines we're talking about?
food prices eat away at Nigeria's income. High food prices eat away at Nigeria's income. Inflation jumps to 28-year high at 33.95 despite month-on-month slowdown. Things are getting worse.
This is not getting any worse. This is still bringing us back to where we were before you brought this same headline. It's still
So that we will trash it together.
It's still the same thing.
Yes.
Doc said we have refused to get productive. Now I ask, how many of us here in Lagos know the road to the farm or have committed 10,000 to a farmer somewhere or have committed even 5,000 to get curry planted in your house? If we are not contributing,
Should I respond Gen-Zitically?
Oh, okay, give it a try.
Whatever that means.
Give it a try. If we are all waiting for Adamu in Sokoto to produce rice, or what's the name, Chikodi Ebonyi to give you a father, or Kunle.
Did you say about your father?
Yes.
Or father?
Ebonyi, yes.
No, Southwest.
No, father grows in Ebonyi too.
No.
Or Kunle somewhere in Mowe to plant tomatoes for you. These prices will keep going up. We all have to play our part and stop thinking that because we not tie and wear jackets, we can't do and help in farming. Until we start cultivating those lands that... Have you traveled from Abuja to Adamawa before?
No.
Oh, God. You know when the word of God says you'll be looking and you won't see the end. I think the angels saw that place when they say right. You'll be looking and you see the end.
Flat land.
Fertile flat land. And nothing is happening there.
So this is a problem. And this is where we are. So we are talking about prices of food, taking away the income of people. In short, yesterday, I was proposing that maybe we also will need to factor even how we are going to account for the hardness of heart of some of us who are also into business. Because you look at it, no matter what you are going to factor into some of all these prices, you will still see that some people who are the middleman or middlemen between the buyer, the producers, and the seller, even locally, are taking undue advantages.
That middlemen are a problem.
So you buy a tuber of yam, for example, in Benue, for 100 naira, and you come to Lagos, it becomes 2,000 naira.
From 100 naira.
It's happening
You still
across
get
board.
yam for 100 naira in Benue.
Yes.
It's happening across board.
So you go to my village where they do a sack of gari for 16,000. You come to Lagos, it becomes 48,000, 50,000.
But now, see, other factors will affect that. So
Now, whatever factor,
Look, I'm getting ideas.
so whatever
factor
okay.
you are going to put in here. What are the factors that we put in? Logistics, Abi?
Yes, logistics.
Checkpoints. Even if you factor them in, a bag can be 300% increase. If you factor those things in,
And you're not bringing only one bag.
there's not one bag you are bringing.
So when
by the time you put them in the head of the bag, you will discover that at least the landing cost to Lagos, maximum, let's say, put the bad road, put the police checkpoints, army checkpoint,
cost of transportation,
custom, all of them put together.
market association.
By the time you get to Lagos, it will still not be 30,000. It will still not be 30,000.
Can you give me money to go and try?
Yes, why not?
A truckload of Gary. Let me just come from your village.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can try. Now, this is the thing. Now, the problem here is the fact that, which is for me what the real issues are. A lot of people could have said, okay, let's get involved in this business. Now, for you to get...
Which side of the business? The movement or the
moving
food?
From the food, moving from my village to Lagos. The young men who are supposed to be producing the Gari, they are loitering in the cities without job. And so, you don't have enough of this Gari to buy.
But are they available in the village in the first
place? They are not available. That's what I'm saying. So a lot of people would have gotten into the business.
Those who are supposed to be doing it have migrated.
Now having to get it in bulk. So the law of demand and supply is what is affecting it. And those who are bringing it understand that even if you go to that village, you will not see it. So they can afford...
They're stuck with me.
What they are doing in my village right now, if you have a cassava farm,
they buy it.
They buy it while the thing is growing. So you understand the market dynamics. So it is those who buy those farms that has the cassava to sell. So this is where I'm speaking to the issues. So, but it's a market opportunity that could be income earner for the man who's working in the street.
But the sad part of this is that, do you know cassava grows everywhere in this country? Everywhere. Down to the very close desert in Sokoto, down to the riverine area in Warri. Cassava grows.
We are just using cassava. Potato is there.
Grows all through. So what excuse do we have?
Potato is there.
Irish or sweet?
Both.
I like Irish.
How many have you grown?
So this is the issue.
How many have you grown?
I live on interlocked floors.
So you can grow even Irish potato in your backyard.
You know the crazy thing. My late mom, Major May, God rest her soul, used to grow okra in our compound. Okra, tomatoes, ugu,
pepper,
water leaf, pepper. Every evening, she just carry her basket, go around. She's plucking, she's cutting. Every evening, and she was in the forces. She would go to work and come back. That's how we learned to do those things.
Chuks is telling that it's oil money that stopped it.
Oil money is causing laziness.
The laziness of
oil money is causing
to have copied from the grandmother and started to do what the grandmother was doing.
I live on interlocked floor, dog. My floor is interlocked. I can't plant on my floor.
You don't need to plant on your floor. Get bags and fill them with sand and give it a space.
On to the next headline. Dangote Refinery achieves double Nigeria's 11 years power output. This is crazy. Generates 1,500 megawatts versus federal government's 760 megawatts.
In 11 years, say it very well.
Yes, in 11 years. It's appalling. And this is what we were talking about. This is one
government has no business doing business. That's what we're talking about.
Is it really government has no business?
No, let's talk about Nigerian government has no business doing business. Over time, it has not helped.
Chuks,
let the private sector take over.
Chuks, if government can do business, let them do business.
Let government do what they do.
It's also depending who is doing
it. If they can partner, let them partner.
Let government do what they do.
Whatever they do to create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive.
Thank you very much. That is what they should do, and that's what they don't have to do. Let them do that. Doing the business. Take your hands off.
I think it's not just about government. And this is why, for me, really, we need to sit down and have open conversation with ourselves.
Regularly, Doc, regularly.
Because there are a lot of things that are not right with us as a people.
We're not all right.
And this is, yes, there's a lot of things that are not right with us. So we need to have that conversation.
I agree.
We must stop blaming people, really. Because those in government are actually our brothers and sisters.
Yes, it's a system that is the issue.
Yeah.
That system has so been designed that, just like you said, even if the Pope gets in there, he will depope.
Yes.
Good. So that particular system needs to be desystemed.
No. Yeah, the system, even if you build a better system,
you must watch it. You must police it.
You have to get that system to be enforced.
Yes, protect
And
it.
accountable.
Protect it. Oh, yeah, that's
Now,
part
who's
of
going
it.
to protect that system is us.
Mm.
And we are already wired to compromise.
When you say wired to compromise, can you?
To not protect the system, we're supposed to protect it, but we have all been sabotaged.
So it's not about a system not working. It's about some people who have taken to thievery as a lifestyle.
Present continuous lifestyle.
So that is for me what it is. So even if you design a system, somebody told me some years ago, I think about 4 years ago, that when they were doing this 10,000 conditional cash transfer, that in Ondo State, some aides to the governor, they were collecting 2,000 from the 10,000. So said
Across board.
So when they are dispersing, what is coming from government is supposed to be 10,000. Then they will remove 2,000. So what gets to the people is 8,000. So he said she was worrying and was asking that, look, guys have more than 2,000. This is supposed to be for the poor. And so he got a feedback that when you mass that 2,000 up in 3 million people,
That's what I'm saying.
it will become
Across board.
substantial.
That's 6 billion.
Yeah.
Preach.
So it is not about people really not paid well, in my own thinking. Because we are still having people who have the wherewithal and they are still ripping off the state.
Doc, I'm sorry, I have to stop you. We've come to the tail end of the show. It was a passionate one we did today, and we couldn't even go beyond a Nigerian Publication Business Day. My name is Ikenna Mbah. Thank you, my guests, Dr. Osamhanze and Mr. John Rogers. This is SOUQ Business Landscape. See you next time.